Good day, everyone. I am the representative of Group 3. Our topic is all about Metric and English System of Measurements, a Grade 7 Quarter 2 topic with a code M7ME2B1. Our original learner-centered activity is called Measure Quest, and its objectives are enhance learners' cognitive connections, foster a diverse learning environment, and provide a visually and kinesthetically rich learning experience. In order to know what this Measure Quest is all about, I will explain to you the guidelines. First, the class will be divided into 4 groups. Each group will be assigned to measure 2 objects found inside a classroom using a designated unit of measurement within a 5-minute time frame. The teacher will provide a worksheet where the objects are listed, but this will be the twist. The descriptions will be written as riddles. They will need to decode the riddles to identify the objects for measurement and record their answers on the provided sheet in front. Afterwards, each group will select a representative and be given 2 minutes to report their findings. The teacher will supply the items to be used for measurement. For example, if the riddle one's answer is a door, then they will measure the length and width of the door either using meters and inches or centimeters and feet. So this is where things get more interesting. Groups that show misbehavior or have non-participating students will have a score deduction of 3 points. On the other hand, group that shows collaboration and active participation will be rewarded of 3 points. This way, the teacher can somehow easily manage the behaviors of students inside the classroom. To make this activity possible, these are the materials needed. First is the worksheet riddle for groups 1 to 4. These worksheets already includes the instructions, the riddles, and the unit of measurement they must use to complete the activity. The second one is the instructional material and will be pasted in front. This is where each group will write the lengths and widths of the 2 objects. Next is 2 meter sticks, 2 rulers, and lastly, 4 markers. So, group 1 and 3 will use the rulers since their assigned unit of measurement is centimeters and feet. And group 2 and 4 will use the meter sticks since they need to measure in meters and inches. In line with all this, we anchor this Measure Quest activity to 5 learning theories: the connectionism theory, operant conditioning, information processing theory, multiple intelligence, and cognitive development theory. We also consider the concept of learning thinking styles of students to make the activity more learner-centered. So, the Measure Quest activity is learner-centered based on connectionism theory as it recognizes the importance of individual cognitive processes and their interconnected nature. By engaging students in decoding riddles, the activity stimulates their cognitive connections, encouraging them to collaboratively explore, discuss, and adapt their strategies based on shared experiences. The emphasis on memory recall, primacy and recency effects, and active participation underscores the learner's central role in constructing their knowledge. Additionally, the time constraint and selection of representatives for reporting promote a learner-driven environment, encouraging each participant to contribute actively and adapt their cognitive connections based on the collective learning experience. The described activity also aligns with a learner-centered approach by placing emphasis on individual and group engagement. Operant conditioning is a method of learning that uses rewards and punishments to modify behavior. Through operant conditioning, the application of rewards and punishments directly involves learners in the shaping of their behavior. The deducting and adding of points creates a dynamic feedback system, allowing learners to perceive the consequences of their actions and adjust their behavior accordingly. This learner-centered approach empowers individuals within the group to actively participate, collaborate, and take responsibility for their own learning experience, fostering a sense of autonomy and self-regulation. Moreover, the information processing theory focuses on how the mind processes information. In connection with the activity, it makes the students engage their cognitive abilities to solve the riddle with attention memory, which is a big help to understand clues and recall math concepts. Also, this activity is learner-centered since it prompts active mental processing, problem solving, and personalized approaches, fostering deeper comprehension of math concepts. Additionally, it is a learner-centered activity that taps into multiple intelligences, offering a comprehensive approach to engage students. Emphasizing linguistic intelligence, participants decode riddles to identify objects for measurement. The activity also incorporates logical mathematical intelligence as students measure the identified objects within a time constraint. Fostering interpersonal intelligence through collaborative reporting, creating a hands-on and inclusive learning experience. Furthermore, it is learner-centered based on cognitive development theory, more specifically assimilation and accommodation, as it focuses on how individuals foster active engagement and promotes critical thinking to enhance their cognitive abilities. In relation, this kind of activity challenge and stimulate thinking, wherein learners apply their existing knowledge and requires them to adjust their understanding to new information. Lastly, the concept of learning thinking styles refers to an individual's preferred approach to absorbing, processing, comprehending, and retaining new information. Our activity, which is the Measure Quest, is an interactive and hands-on approach which aligns with the visual and kinesthetic learning styles by providing visual representations of concepts and opportunities for physical manipulation, catering to their preferred method of information processing and retention, which fosters a more engaging and effective learning experience. In summary, Measure Quest is a learner-centered activity because of number one, active participation because learners are actively involved in the learning process. Instead of being passive recipients of information, they engage in an activity that requires critical thinking, problem solving, and application of knowledge. Number two, individualization, because the activity is tailored to meet the individual's needs, preferences, and abilities of each learner. This recognizes that learners may have different learning styles, paces, and prior knowledge. Number three, collaboration, because the activity involves a collaborative learning experience where students work together to achieve common goals. Collaboration enhances communication skills, teamwork, and the ability to learn from peers. And the activity is supported by the mentioned theories and concepts. That would be all. Thank you.